Alright, let's give this a little test. So, my name is Dusty. I haven't prepped anything. I haven't prepped a script or anything of the sort. I am a YouTuber. Duh. You've been watching my videos. Maybe this is the first one you're seeing. Maybe you've watched a few of them. I've been uploading daily for about 2 weeks now on the Yusho Plays gaming channel. Before that, I've been doing YouTube for almost a decade. I have always been, let's say, a philosopher? Let's say a philosopher of sorts. When I hang out with my friends, I love like talking with them, giving advice and things like that. Just trying to discuss life with people. And so what I thought would be a fun series would be where I just kind of discuss things like giving advice or talking about life stories or like little experiences and sharing them. Right now there's some mediocre Call of Duty gameplay happening in the background. And it's not great gameplay. I do plan to have better ones in the future. In fact, I already have some better gameplay that I can use, but I didn't want to waste it on the introduction to this series. The main thing I'll be doing in this series is probably looking at like viewer submitted questions like, hey, this is a situation I've got going on. What do you think I should do? And so on and so forth. But seeing as the Yusho Plays channel is pretty small and doesn't get a lot of comments, I'm sure I'll be going through like Reddit advice and whatnot, just answering some general questions that are being asked, and hopefully provide some useful insight. I realize that when people get advice, typically they don't necessarily want to receive it. People don't always want to take something at face value and just apply it to their current situation. So it can go either way. People may want the advice, people may not use it, but I figure whether or not it's applicable to your certain situation, you may find it interesting to think about. And you may come across a situation in the future where the advice is beneficial to you in some way. If it's not advice, it may just be a life story from my experiences that you can find some entertainment out of. The point of the background gameplay is just so that you can have something to watch. This is not a new concept. I know there's been a lot of channels that have done this sort of thing. Mogul Mail from Ludwig, he actually initially started this as an advice column where he played some gameplay in the background, I believe, and he just talked about things. The same thing happened with like Jay Schlatt. He's a comedic YouTuber. He just makes a lot of ridiculous content, and he's a really funny guy, but he has also made a second channel where he just did this sort of thing for a while. And before that, like even back in the old MW2 days, I used to love watching some YouTubers who would just make sort of content like this where the gameplay is a secondary thing. It's just something you can have your eyes on if you want to watch the screen. The benefit of this, though, is that you can also just completely ignore the gameplay and just listen to it. It can be audio only. I'm not going to be writing a script. I'm not going to be editing this. Maybe I'll script some things out or write notes in the future, but I'm not going to be editing any of the videos. They are just going to be straight, clean. I come up with my talking points and what I want to discuss. This video, completely unscripted. So my ADHD, I am trying to keep it under control. I am doing my best to channel my thoughts and get the main point across in the span of this game. I hope it's not disinteresting. Of course, most of the videos I've been posting lately over the past 2 weeks have been like under 10 minutes. Most of them are in the 1 to 3 minute category, or 1 to 5 minute, I should say. But these videos will be a little longer as I like tackle advice that people need discussed, or things that people just want to hear some more insight on. At the end of the day, I'm not going to have perfect answers to everything, but I think I generally am able to provide some interesting insight. Beyond that, well, let's see. What's more to say about me? I'm 24. I'll be turning 25 this month. We're not far away. And, wow. 25 is... I mean, it's not old, but it's certainly not super young. I feel like this is where it's kind of starting to hit me that I'm actually getting into my really formative adult years. And it's jarring, a little scary. I'm not sure I'm ready to be 30, and I'm already halfway through my 20s. So, yeah, it's a lot, but also I feel like I've always been mature for my age. Even in my elementary school years, I found it more interesting to talk to adults than people my age. I liked forming conversation with total strangers and finding out their perspectives on life and bringing up points that, well, some of my favorite moments were coming up with things that adults 10 times my age, and when I say 10 times, goodness gracious, 5 times my age when I'm like 10 and they're 50, and things that adults had never really thought much about or thought about at all. And it's always really interesting to just provide a new perspective. So I hope I can do that with this channel. I think what I'm going to do in future videos is write down little talking points, just little things to structure my thoughts, and then I can kind of just freeform it like this. So it won't be completely off the cuff like this one is, but loosely structured. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the background gameplay if you are watching it. And let me know if you do have some things you'd like discussed, if you do want advice on something, or you want to hear something talked about. Maybe you just want my opinion on a certain worldly thing happening. It can be anything from the pandemic that has been around for the past couple years, or it can be something more personal to you. And it doesn't even have to be advice, but it's kind of just something for me to make discussions. I want to do a little more long form content where I just kind of let my thoughts go wild and channel them into kind of directed content. Is that right? Directed? I don't know. But nonetheless, I am very excited to start doing this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I promise you the next gameplay, the next video of this sort is going to have much better gameplay in the background. In the meantime, I hope you did enjoy this at least. I didn't pick awful gameplay. I wanted to pick something where I did decent overall. But, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure to drink lots of water, and I will hopefully see you on the next episode. Talk to you then.